What's going on, guys? Ironcane here, back with another Dragon Ball The Breakers video, and as you can see, this is for Dragon Ball The Breakers Season 6, man. So, I know a lot of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero news has been coming out recently, so I apologize for not talking about this a little bit earlier, but there's just been a lot of craziness in the scene in general. But, on June 7th, actually about a week ago from now, they started to tease the next season of Dragon Ball The Breakers, Dragon Ball The Breakers Season 6. So yes, Season 5, this hellish season is finally coming to a close. So, they actually are doing the Survivor, whatchamacallits? Yeah, the Survivor testimonies again. So we're going to be talking about those. But first, we're going to be talking about this image, or this video, I guess I should say. So they're saying, what's next? Dragon Ball The Breakers, of course, referring to not only the 6th season, but June, which is the 6th month of the year. So the next season is starting on the 26th or like the 25th, around that time frame, I believe. So essentially, I'm recording this on June 15th. We're practically a week out. We're probably going to have a live stream literally this week, actually. This coming week, we're probably going to have a live stream just because the following week is the launch of Season 6. So some people are thinking Cell Max, some people are thinking Cooler, Jiren, Tierlist. But I think Mr. 19 here is right on the money. I think Baby is who these hints and who this hint has been pointing towards. So there has been some evidence towards Baby. We've discussed that in previous videos. I might pull some of that up just for context here. But I was actually talking about this hint to Stray Stream. If you guys don't know Stray Stream, he is currently just covering My Hero right now, but he covers Breakers periodically as well. He actually pointed this out to me. We're like, for me, I was just like, ooga ooga, caveman brain, like, oh, 6 turn red, right? I wasn't really like thinking about that. But Stray was like, oh, well, like the 6 is being corrupted, right? Like it's changing, it's being altered. So it's just like, I was like, oh, that's Baby. like what else? Like the only other raiders so far, unless they completely throw us like a curveball, that have been hinted, that have had anything in the files and the data, has been androids and Bobby, to my understanding. Beyond that, it has been Baby, and Baby has been getting stuff recently. And I feel like out of the raiders I just mentioned, like if it would turn like red and yellow, like maybe Android 18 and 17, right? But it's just turning red. Now you could say that, like, you know, red might not be Baby's like full color scheme, as we can see here. Like, you know, there is some red on Baby, but I feel like it does definitely fit that theme of corruption. Now, I swear we're not just going to look at the 6 turning red the entire video. So let's look at the Survivor testimonies that they've been doing as well. So this was the first one. They typically post these every 3 to 4 days. So this testimony didn't really give me that much, which was why I was kind of holding off on making a video. So this Survivor testimony says, I was able to use it until just a minute ago. So what my speculation of what this is that Baby is going to have some sort of ability to where he can either just like deactivate skills like a la the Cyberman acid, or just straight up steal your dragon change. Just become like similar to Ginyu and just become like whatever like dragon change you are. If you have 18, he becomes 18. If you have Vegeta, he becomes Vegeta, right? I feel like that can be very cool, or they just do some like standard thing where like you just become like, I guess like maybe like some sort of standard possessed, you know, corrupted transformation. That's what my speculation is. I'm just trying to see what some of these other guys think. This is actually a very good suggestion, by the way, in terms of queuing. Some people are saying Bojack Crew, Baby, Bobbity. That's a funny image. All right, so comments aren't really too on the money here, but let's look at the other testimony that just came out yesterday, or today, actually. This came out just today. All right, so there's something different than usual about him. So let me actually get these two posts side by side, just because I feel like it'll be a little bit better just for this the discussion. So we have, I was able to use it until just a minute ago, and there's something different than usual about him. So I feel like this is absolutely referring to the fact that like Baby took over characters like Gohan, characters like Goten, and of course Vegeta. And they were acting strange or differently because they were not themselves, right? They were taken over by Baby. Now, I'm not super familiar with GT, but I am, I am aware of like this being like exactly what happened with the characters, right? And the red being the corruption here, the red and white, definitely kind of fitting the whole Baby theme. So let me actually just get the first tease out as well. But yeah, if we kind of just like look at everything, I think that image that Dokkan Assets kind of set really does help kind of drive the theme home, just of like the corruption, right? I mean, just like, I think when you kind of like look at this side by side, I feel like what else could it be besides Baby, right? But that is pretty much it in terms of the actual hints that they showed us. I'm going to show some of the evidence pointing towards Baby that's been revealed in the files. And then, honestly, I feel like they've kind of just given themselves away at this point. I mean, you could argue they literally did it with the initial hint with this 2024-06. I feel like this one, they weren't really, like, weren't doing that great of a job at hiding it. I feel like it's pretty obviously Baby. If it would be any other Raider at this point, I would be shocked. I don't really see what other Raider it could be with what they're doing here. Like, what other Raider could this mean? But let me pull up some of the data mine stuff. So here we had an update a while ago. This was actually back in February, literally the day after Season 5 launched. They have references to Super Baby 2, SB2, and Arazu. I butchered that, I apologize. But Great Ape Babies, OBB files have been added. Alongside the other Raiders with the Season 5 launch update. References to the androids and Bobbity files remain unchanged. This does not confirm Baby for Season 6. This only confirms that Dims is working on him. So essentially there were files for Bobbity and the androids, but Babies were most recently added after Season 5 launched. Literally as Winta saying that they were working on him, right? So just further evidence beyond the actual hints that we're getting. And again, I don't think these hints are really aligning towards the androids. I don't think these hints are aligning towards Bobbity. The literally only thing you could like kind of point to is like this where is it, this hint, something's different than usual about him. You could maybe say like this is like Majin Vegeta, but that's like Cope, like dude, I mean look at this, that's not Majin Vegeta, this isn't Majin Vegeta, like I doubt it's Bobbity, and Bobbity just wouldn't make any sense. Again, because if they were doing Bobbity, they would have did androids first. So if you guys don't understand like what they're kind of doing, Season 2, they did Great Ape Vegeta. Season 3, they did the Ginyu Force. And then I think after Season 4, they kind of just shifted things. Because as you noticed, we had episodes alongside each season. There's actually like a kind of story mode for Dragon Ball The Breakers, and it takes place in order of the series. So we had Great Ape Vegeta, that's Saiyan Saga. After that, we go to Planet Namek. We deal with the Ginyu Force, right? So then after that, the next like big bad, if they're not doing like Cell, Frieza, and Boo, would have been the androids. That's why we haven't got another episode, and that's why we didn't get an episode with Broly, because that would just kind of like turn the story that they've been going for out of whack. That's why we didn't get an episode for Broly. That's why we didn't get an episode for Goku Black. And that's why I don't think we would get an episode for Baby either, which, I guess kind of stinks if you care about that. I mean, I care about it to a certain extent, but beyond that, I just trying to say that just because they're going off that path. I think they really just want to like release these hype Raiders just to kind of like keep this momentum each season has kind of had with these villains that a lot of people have wanted to see for the game. All right, and the most recent thing, I believe, in relation to Baby was in January, February, March, April. Sorry. New action prompts, Infect and Enslave, have been recently added to the game strings. I mean, do I even gotta say it? Like, I think it's very obvious who those commands or action prompts would be tied to. And then this is a tease for potential new Survivor skins, being Ultra Divine Water, being Corn, We have his tower in the game. We just don't have Corn himself. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much it regarding the teases and the hints. Sorry, don't have the hints up. We're on Elgato. There you go. Yeah, so I think with all these hints so far, obviously they're going to do more, so I could potentially do a follow-up video on this. But again, if you guys don't realize, well, actually, let me just show you in game. All right, so as you guys can see, this banner is going away on June 25th, meaning that June 26th is when Season 6 is going to be starting. So I pull up my handy-dandy calendar here. Essentially, that gives us only one more weekend. So I imagine we'll be getting the live stream for Season 6 on Friday, on next Friday, the 21st. Or they might even do something on the 24th, but it'll probably be on the 21st, the live stream. So we'll probably get like a couple more hints next week, and then we'll get the live stream announcement probably on the 19th, late next week, around that time, or mid next week. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments below who you think the Raider could be for Season 6. I think it's pretty obvious at this point that it's looking like it's going to be Baby, just based on all of these hints, based on the information that we know from the data mines and whatnot. I think it's fairly obvious. But with that being said, boys, that is going to be the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Comment down below your thoughts on the Raider and whatnot, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, safe, have fun, peace out, and subscribe for more content on Breakers, Sparking Zero, Legends, all this stuff. I'll catch you guys next time.